guys, Righteous Framer here, bringing you your dose of truth for the day. Forgiveness does not mean they're right. Sometimes we feel like if I forgive them, they'll think they're off the hook. If I forgive them, they'll think I'm a punk. If I forgive them, it's like me admitting that they're not as bad as I thought that they were. Forgiveness means I'm moving on. It means that this situation is beneath me, it's behind me, and I have bigger and better things to look forward to. Forgiveness does not make them right. It makes you free. Forgiveness is like having a business. Everyone has different accounts with you. You know, this person has an account, this person has an account, this person has an account. And let's say that you give them things on credit. To give you this loaf of bread, I'm going to give you this piece of fish, I'm going to give you this piece of cloth, and I'm going to trust you to pay me back. So what happens when they don't pay you back? What happens when they take the materials, they take the goods, and they do not pay you back? Well, what if I told you they're not going to pay you back? Not just because they can't pay you back, because they won't pay you back. So you have this business, it's in one city. You're ready to move on and relocate to another city. But you can't because you're saying, no. I must balance my books. This person owes me this for this piece of bread. This person owes me this for this piece of fish. And I will not move on from where I am until I get what they owe me. Well, I'm going to tell you this, you guys. If you do not let it go, you will never move. You will never grow past your last place of unforgiveness. If you didn't forgive your dad when you were 5 years old, you are emotionally 5 years old in some areas of your life. If you do not forgive that boyfriend that left you in your 20s, you're going to act like a 20-year-old in your dating life for the rest of your life. I don't care if you're 30, 40, 50, 60. You cannot grow past your last age of forgiveness. So again, forgiveness does not make them right. It makes you free. It means that you have all of these accounts settled except for these 3 accounts. And you're saying that, you know what, I'm not going to let these 3 accounts keep me stuck here in this small town. I'm going on to New York, to California, to Atlanta, to Washington, D.C., to China, to Egypt, anywhere in the world. But I'm not going to stay here and wait for these 3 people to come pay back their checks. If you're a spiritual person, I'll tell you this. Forgiveness does not let them off the hook. Forgiveness puts them on God's hook. The Bible says, vengeance is mine, I will repay. The Lord will repay. You don't have to pay them back for how they mistreated you. The Lord will repay. And trust me, I will tell you personally, when I let people go, I almost feel sorry for them. I'm like, if I let you go, Daddy God's going to get you. And he always gets them really, really good. So forgiveness does not let them off the hook. It puts them onto God's hook and gets them off of your books so you can move on to the next level. Forgiveness does not make you a punk. Forgiveness has nothing to do with your punkability level. It has to do with your next level. These losers who hurt you, they have no right to keep your future hostage in their hands because you're waiting for them to say, I apologize, or I'm sorry. The Bible never said to say you're sorry. The Bible never said to apologize. The Bible said to say, forgive me. All they can do is ask you for forgiveness. And if they're dead, or if they're moved on, or if they don't care, they're not going to ask you for that. But I refuse to let my life be on hold to hear 2 or 3 little words such as I'm sorry, or forgive me, or I apologize. My life, my destiny is so much bigger than 2 words from a trifling individual. Again, if you're spiritual, you'll understand this. Okay, so the spiritual world is very legal. The devil only does what he can do. That's what the Bible says. Satan goes about as a roaring lion seeking whom he may devour. May devour means that he cannot devour everybody. But one person that Satan can always devour is an unforgiving person. If he has that one little technicality on you, he can pull you over. Think of cops. If you have a taillight out, they can pull you over. If you go 5 miles over the speed limit, they can pull you over. If you have one of those little aroma trees hanging from your rearview mirror, they can pull you over. And it was something so small, but the enemy was able to pull you over and to hold you up. You could be late for an interview. You could be late for a date. You could be late for a very important meeting because of a technicality. It has really big implications in the spiritual world. If you let that person hold you up, they still won. If you let them hurt you then and don't forgive them, you're basically saying that I give you permission to haunt me for the rest of my life. I give you permission to steal my joy, to steal my peace, to steal my next that God has for me. They do not deserve any more of your time. The act of what they did to you when you were little, or when you were in your 20s or the 30s or the 50s or whatever, that was the last thing they get to take from you. Do not let them take your whole future. So again, guys, you had this business in a small town. You had 100 accounts with people. 97 of them paid their debt in full, but you're waiting on 3 people. The loaf of bread costs $5. The piece of meat costs $2. and let's say the piece of cloth costs $15. Are you going to really stay in this small town with this anger in your heart when God could have you destined to go to this amazing city where you can make thousands of more accounts, getting hundreds of more dollars from people who will pay their debt on time? You decide. Forgive. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe. Righteous Rhema on YouTube, Instagram, WordPress, and Facebook. Bye.